Welcome to today's webinar. Today, we are going to discuss what it's like to study a bachelor degree in the field of science and technology here on Aalto. Keep in mind that you can send questions to the panelists in the chat, and questions about applying will be answered in the webinar hosted by Admission Services on Friday. If you cannot make it to that webinar, you can also contact them at the admissions@aalto.fi. And for the beginning, it would be nice to say who we are. I'm Milica. I'm first year master's student here on Aalto in architecture, and I'm currently working for the Aalto squad. This is my first year here, and I will be your host during this webinar. And now I would like to ask Madina and Amelia to tell you something about themselves.
Hi everyone, I'm Madina. Originally I'm from Kazakhstan, so now I'm starting my third year of English Bachelor's in Chemical Engineering. I'm like the part of the Aalto squad, and I'm also working as a research assistant at Bioproducts Department.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Demira, and I'm a second year Digital Systems and Design student here in Aalto. This is the bachelor degree in science and technology. I'm also from Kazakhstan too. I've been living in Finland since 2016, so I know quite much about Finland, and I'm also a part of Aalto squad, as everyone here. So thank you for listening.
Thank you. Nice to meet you both. So now we can start our discussion. Our first topic is studies. Aalto is home to unique study paths. So we would like to hear, why did you choose Aalto University at the first place? Madina, you can start maybe.
Okay, so that's the first question everyone asks when you say okay, I'm studying in Finland, but why Finland and Aalto University? So basically, when I finished my high school, I started considering different countries, and then I remember that in 2019, when I applied, Aalto University opened these new programs in English. So before that time, chemical engineering program was only in Finnish and Swedish. But so when I finished my high school, they opened this English bachelor's program. And as everyone knows, that Finland is famous with the high quality of the education and the unique approach to the students, and then the educational system as a whole. So, and then comparatively, Finland is quite close to Kazakhstan, compared to other countries in Europe. So it was for me, probably the main the points to choose the Aalto University in Finland. And as you know, Aalto University has this approach when they combine science and technology with the business and design. So I think that was the main reasons for me to apply to Aalto University.
Okay, thank you. And Amelia, how about you?
Yeah, my story with Finland started back in 2016. At that time, I was accepted to the college in the city of Tampere, and I was studying and living there. And once I've got a friend who was living and studying in Aalto, and I visited her there, and I really fell in love with Aalto University. I just wanted to study here from that moment on, and hopefully I'm here. That's the story.
Okay, thank you. So can you tell us what is the best part about studying at Aalto University for you?
Yeah, okay. The best part in Aalto is that I have the flexibility to choose from different study paths and different courses. Also that there are a lot of students, and most of them are international, and you have a lot of people every day from different backgrounds. It's really interesting, and you always find something new to yourself here in Aalto. So this is what I find the best.
Okay, thank you. And Medina, how about you?
I think the best part is, as Demilia said, it's the community and people. I think the Aalto community is very welcoming, and uh, you'll feel yourself like very comfortable from the first days here in university. And of course, for me as a chemical engineering student, the laboratories and how they equipped it was like really uh, like important. And then I'm not disappointed at all because like laboratories and then all the facilities here for the studies, library, like the study hubs, everything makes you feel like you are here and then motivated to study everything. So I think that's the best part.
Okay, great. So you both are on your bachelor's currently, and I believe that transition from high school to bachelor studies can be quite challenging. So what made you want to study your field? What do you know? You can start.
Okay, so like during the high school, I was like trying to choose something in between like the med school and chemical engineering. For me, like this like biology, chemistry, and those kind of subjects were quite interesting rather than like mathematics and physics. So I think that was the first like the reason, because like I was quite interested in like chemistry, but like chemical engineering is not only about the chemistry, it's more like the more of the programming and then like the chemical engineering. So I think probably I like hands-on experience rather than working on the like the software and everything. So probably that was the main reason why I chose chemical engineering. So, and I think it's quite broad field so that you can kind of specialize afterwards in different kind of like the professions. Like so, I think it gives you like the flexibility. So maybe that's why.
Okay, thank you. Great reasons. And how about you, Amelia?
Um, well, initially I was studying on the business pass back in Tampere. So I tried a lot of things because when I was studying in the school back in Kazakhstan, I was participating in some competitions in chemistry too, and like I was really good at maths. And I was thinking, what can I do next? Like, I didn't want to uh, continue with business because I've tried a lot of things there, and I wanted to try something new. So I tried digital systems and design. I found it really interesting because it has like math, programming, as well as the electronics. So far, I really like this path that I chose. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So next, we would like to know what are your studies like? For example, what kind of courses are there? Do you have some seminars, exercise, group work, individual work, laboratory work, for example, Amelia?
Yeah. Well, our studies are pretty multidisciplinary, I guess. We have a lot of courses that include group work as well as the individual work. We do a lot of, I don't know, team building stuff. I mean, doing something together, like building a prototype from zero to something, and as well as we have those like lectures that are mostly online at the moment, and exercise sessions too, where you can ask for the help and understand what you haven't yet understood much broader. So yeah.
So Medina, is the same situation at your program?
So basically I'm starting my third year, so like already finished most of my courses. So currently I have only like 3 courses going on, but I also started my thesis work, so it's a bit different for me. Like as Demilia said, we have the lectures online so far, but I know that some courses have in-person lectures as well, like starting from October. And but yeah, as I said, I have a lot of laboratory work, so this kind of like assignments, of course, they are in person. We're coming to the lab and doing those experiments together with the group, and then we are trying to meet up, probably in library and something like in studying hub, so that we can share the results. I mean, within the team, and then we can discuss it and then make some conclusions, because we are mostly working in a small teams, like probably groups of 4 or 5. So yeah, mostly it is like that. And then for my thesis work, I mean, it's mostly about like the individual work. So I'm like working at home, or when I have free time during the lunch breaks, and I'm trying to like write my thesis work. So that's how it goes so far.
Can you tell me how flexible your study is? For example, how much you can affect the courses that you take, or is there a mandatory attendance to your courses in your bachelor studies?
Well, so for the bachelor's degree, we have basic courses. I think it's 60 credits. And then we have major courses. Like, for example, in my case, it will be something about related to chemistry and biology. And other than that, we can have like 20 to 25 credits for the minor. For that, we can choose like whatever minor we want to. And another 20 to 25 credits are for the elective courses. So it's like, I think it's 50-50. We have some mandatory courses, of course, because it's like the bachelor's degree, so that we can have like the fundamental subjects, and then we can learn everything from the scratch. But yeah, but like for the minor and elective courses, we can choose whatever we want, even from like the different school, or like, yeah.
Yeah, so Demilia, would you like to add something?
Well, most of the times lectures are recorded, so there is like they're not mandatory at all. At least like you have to do all your assignments done till the end of the week or till the deadline. So
Yeah, so you are not like obligated to be present at the lectures for the whole
it's
time.
only on your will, only on your will.
Okay, it's good to hear that. Are there multidisciplinarity opportunities in your studies, and is it that important for your programs?
Okay. Well, in my case, my program is from the School of Electrical Engineering, and some of my fellow student group mates, they want to go to for example, master's degree with the computer science, like to continue with the computer science, so they can take minors in computer science and then continue on with the master's of computer science. So I think this is how it goes, and also other than that, you can take the minors as well as the electives. So you can broaden your opportunities in this way.
So you can have electives from some other schools maybe, or other programs? Okay, have you done that during your studies?
At the moment, I'm taking economics courses as my minor, because I'm really interested in economics, because I've already like had some business background, and I thought it won't be bad for me to take those.
And Medina, how about you?
Well, yeah, like the studying plan, like the curriculum itself is quite multidisciplinary. And also I want to mention, we had one course last year, it's called Design Meets Biomaterials. So it's one of the courses from the ChemArt school. ChemArts is the joint program from the Chemical Engineering and School of Arts here at Aalto. So you can see this picture on the slide. This is one of those assignments. We had to make like uh, like recycled cardboard with the dye, but like we colored it with the using the flowers color. So it was something in between the arts and then chemical engineering, and it's quite exciting because we had a lot of people. Like it was also in groups of like 5 to 6 people, and we had like students from different backgrounds, and then students from the School of Arts, they tried to come up with something like creative, and then like the engineers, they tried to make something more feasible, and then like it was quite good mix. So yeah, this is one of the examples of multidisciplinary programs. And then I also had this minor called Aalto. So it's basically like tightly related to the Aalto Design Factory. We had a lot of like workshops with the 3D printing and additive manufacturing and those kind of stuff. I guess it's always helpful. And then when you work with your hands and then like you like really feel how it works, it's like totally different. And I think in that sense, Aalto offers a lot of like opportunities for the students to take courses from different fields, and I think it's amazing.
It is, I can agree with you. So can you tell us more about what is your course load like? So how the academic year looks like here on Aalto, how the through the year?
Well,
Like, can you describe how the semesters look like or
okay.
examinations? Yeah.
So basically, like obviously we have 2 semesters per year, and then we have overall 5 terms. So like usually if the course lasts for the whole semester, it might be so that you can have like the midterm exam on like in the middle of the semester and then the final exam. But it also depends on the courses. Some of the courses, they have only the final exam and then that's it. Yeah, and then a lot of courses, they consider like the homeworks, like the assignments, and then laboratory work, that the project work, so that the evaluation is kind of like fractionated to different like parts. So examination is not like the whole grade that you get by the end of the course. Like yeah, like personally for now I have, as I said, only 3 courses, so it constitutes for 15 credits, but I have like 10 more credits for my thesis work, so it's another like the 10 more credits. Yeah, but like during the last year when we had like the most of the time remote teaching and everything, I had most of my courses done because I was sitting at home and I had nothing to do else than the studying. And then yeah, I tried to focus on my studies, and that's why I have like way more courses during this semester. So basically that's it, but probably Demilia can add something.
Yeah, for example, how many study credits you have per year and how many per course, like in general?
Yeah, in general, like per semester, you not have to, but like by the plan, you have to close at least 30 credits in order like to go on with the schedule. And for example, this semester I took like 7 different courses, which overall is like 34 credits. So I take it as the usual one who would like go with the 30 credits per semester. Yeah, I think it's not a lot, and it's not a little bit, because like the workload is pretty hard, like to in order like to go with it. you have to like go do all the homework and like concentrate on it.
Yes, and what courses are you taking at the moment?
At the moment, I take data structures and algorithms, signals and systems, economics 1, Finnish 4. Yeah, let me think. What else? Okay, Finnish 4, then industrial engineering and management, and C++.
Yeah,
think
sounds like a lot. And
Yeah.
Marina, you only have 3 courses this semester, so which one?
Yeah, and then I just don't want to mention like Finnish 4 sounds so advanced.
Yes.
I'm impressed.
Wow.
Same.
So for me, I have plant biomass, polymer technology, and one course from the elective studies. It's more about the working in Finland. So yeah, it's like the online course. So yeah, so far it's what I have.
Yeah.
Describing your day, for example.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry, my internet connection is unstable.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's fine.
Is it fun? Because yeah, I got the notification. Okay. So what does a typical day look like for you, Marina?
So yeah, basically I wrote like the typical day. So like I usually wake up at 9 if it's like the usual day. I don't have to go to the work. So and then I have remote lectures and then lunch and then you like for now I am all of my courses are related to the group work. So I have a lot of group work and meetings, and then it can be in person or like the Zoom meetings. So but like sometimes it can be so that I go to the campus because I'm a research assistant here in bioproducts department. So sometimes I start my day like just working before the lunchtime, and then after the lunchtime I have to watch the recordings of the lectures, or if it's like the going on, I try to participate when the lecture is live. But yeah, afterwards I try to spend some time for my hobbies or like to just like meet with my friends. But like it's mostly about the weekend. But so during the weekdays I'm mostly working and studying.
Okay, thank you. And Amelia?
Yeah. Okay. So my days are usually almost the same. I wake up, then I have a breakfast, then I proceed to my exercises. If I understand everything well, then I do it by myself at home. But if I need some help, I go to the exercise sessions and ask for the help. Usually, I have my lunch at 12. Then I proceed with my remote lectures, or at the moment, I have one in the only lecture that is of one. So I go to the 2 days a week. I go to the offline lecture. After that, I try to spend a bit of a time for the work that I have as Alta Squad, or sometimes if there is some tutoring going on, I'm also a tutor, so I go tutoring. Yeah, and then I go back home, maybe grab some evening food, like I forgot that word.
Dinner?
So dinner, and proceed with the homework, because like it's still a lot of homework. And then if I still have some time, I spend that on my hobbies. It's usually going outside and like walking around the campus, or watch some Netflix and talking to my friends and my family. Yeah, and then a bedtime.
Yeah, really busy days for you too. So
Yeah.
now we can talk about campus. Our beautiful campus in Otaniemi is surrounded by nature and only 10-minute metro ride away from Helsinki city center. So can you describe to us what is the campus like in terms of size or different student like facilities, housing, whatever that crosses your mind?
Okay, our campus is located on Peninsula, so it's really beautiful. We're surrounded by nature, and we have like a little community, local, I mean, I don't know, maybe a village of students and staff who is working and studying and living here. It's really convenient, and we have everything here, starting from grocery shop, ending with the metro station. So it's really easy to go wherever you want, because it's not so far away from the Helsinki city center. Yet it's not the Helsinki, so you can like enjoy the nature and everything that is like all the advantages of the countryside life, I would say. Yeah. So
Yes, so what kind of facilities does it offer for students? Marina, would you like to add something?
So basically our campus is like really huge, I would say. And then regarding the facilities, I guess now we have like even uh the place where you can have your haircut, and then we have the small hospital like the Terveystalo for the Aalto stuff, and a lot of coffee shops, and then we have so many student restaurants on campus. And like if you are probably having lecture in computer science building, you don't have to go to the main building for the having lunch, because like every building has their own like student restaurants, and then with the student discount you can have a lunch for 2 euros and 70 cents. And I think it's a huge help for the students in terms of like the financial um, like side. So besides of that, what else? I guess like we
Like
have,
maybe study spaces?
oh yeah, we have a library, and then there of course you can have like the separate spaces, you can reserve like the rooms, but also there are like a lot of like big halls where you can sit down and then just like watch your lectures and or do some assignments. Or like every like the School of Chemical Engineering or business or whatever, they also have like a study hubs. And like due to the corona, I'm not sure how it works now, but before that we had a lot of spaces that works like 74/7, and then you can 24/7 sorry, and you can go there like even during the night time, and then do your work, and then use the computers or printers, a lot of stuff. And then I think usually if you want to do like your work or your studies like on campus, you can definitely find a space and then like equipment and facilities for any kind of like a purposes. So yeah, it can be even like the uh, yeah, I think people from Aalto, they have an access to the 3D printing system. So it's like everything is like accessible here.
Mhm. Thank you for this answer. So what is your favorite thing about the campus?
Yeah, I put my picture here
Mhm.
because I think my favorite thing about the campus is that it's so closely like detached to the nature. So I think like living on campus makes you feel like you are like indeed part of the Alta community, because all the time something's going on campus, you can just join or watch, and then like a lot of parties going on, and then some like webinars or the workshops that you can join. It's not necessarily about the studies, but it can be just like for your hobbies. And then we have just hundreds of student associations, and I think that's the all of those like the points creates this like the Alta campus community. And then like I think that's the like my favorite part about living and then like studying on
Yeah,
campus.
and you, Emilia?
Yeah, apart from that, that we're really close to the Helsinki, so you can easily go wherever you want. Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'm the same with Marina. I
Okay,
really
thank
like
you.
nature and everything.
Okay, great. So now we can move forward to housing and student benefits. It's good to know the students in Finland are entitled to many benefits. So maybe we can start with the housing options that are there for students. Maybe we can tell us more about, is it difficult to find place here, or where the apartments are located, which size or type, maybe a rent if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, okay. So basically, there are two companies that are like a student housing associations. First of it is the Aalto Student Association. In Finnish, is like AYY. Yeah, and also HOAS is also is like an abbreviature that is also in Finnish. But basically, it's like a student housing for the students who study in Helsinki area. Uh, yeah, and they have studios, shared apartments, family apartments, and all of them are located in different places. But basically, if we will take Otaniemi, so we have um, studios, shared apartments, and family apartments all around the campus, and they are uh, different sizes and different cost at the different cost. So it depends what would you like to have, and how big is the kuivi for the for the place.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Medina, would you like to add something regarding the apartments?
Well, yeah, so the price can be in the range of like for the shared apartment, it can be from 250 euro to 300 and probably 60 euro, but it's only for the shared apartments. For the studios, of course, it's much like higher. It might get like up to 700, I guess. Um, what else? Also, yeah, in the shared apartments, you can have your own room, but still you share the bathroom and then kitchen to your with your roommates. And depending on the building, the number of people sharing the kitchen can vary. So it might be like just 2 people, or it might be like 10 people. So yeah, it really depends on the building. And uh yeah, when you once you like accept the letter that you're gonna stay here at Aalto, my recommendation, just apply for the housing. And then, because the queue and waiting time is might be quite long if you like delay your like the application. And yeah, I think when you just when you just accept that you're like the study right here at Aalto, when you're just starting your studies, I think it's amazing experience to start living on campus, because I think that in that way you can feel the Finnish student life fully. Um, so yeah.
Okay, thank you. So can you tell us, where do you live at the moment, or your previous experiences if you moved?
Okay, so this is the pictures of my room. Usually when they give you a room, it's like unfurnished, but still you can see that they at least HOAS offers this like the table, and then of course wardrobe, and then you can have your own fridge. But I guess it also depends on the building. But I lived in Yamrantaival 11, so they had like the for one room they had like a one separate fridge, and then this is the small kitchen that we've shared with my roommate. So basically, yeah, that's it. And then of course you can find furniture for the reasonable price in those like the Telegram groups or Facebook or some like the secondhand shops. And of course you shouldn't worry about the like the getting the furniture and everything, because like usually students who are moving out, they sell their furniture for the really like low price, and then you can like for sure find something for your room.
And Amelia, are you on campus as well?
Yeah, I live in the kind of a single room apartment with my own fridge as well and with my own bathroom. And I do share my kitchen with the other people because there are like about maybe 7 apartments that are on the same floor, and we all use the same kitchen. Yeah, in my case, I think I would say that almost everything is the same except for the bathroom and the kitchen.
Okay, thank you. So is it easy to get to the campus in case you're not living on campus or in general?
Yeah, I mean, there are metro station and also the buses coming to our Otaniemi area. And it's pretty easy to go to the city center. You have to, like, for example, from my place where I live, I have to walk for 10 to 15 minutes to the metro station, and then in 10 minutes I'll be in the city center. As well as the buses, they're always like on time. You can like see when they can come and just like go and according to the time when you want to go. And it's like maybe 30 to 40 minutes the Aalto University to the airport, for example. Yeah, because I was just like trying to saying how much would it take to go from the airport to the Aalto University. So it's not so much. Yeah.
Okay,
So it's really easy.
thank you, Medina. Do you think we missed something on this one?
I don't think so. Yeah, like the Otaniemi is very like the accessible place. So yeah, we have a lot of like the night buses even during the like the late night time. So yeah, even the metro stops working after like the midnight around. We have night buses. So yeah.
Yeah, of course, that's great. So what kind of student benefits are there? Like, are there some discounts or any other?
Yeah, well, we have this student app called Frank, where we have all those discounts that are entitled to the students, and we always can like see it through the application that we have on our phone. It usually entitles us to also like, of course, the food that we eat on the lower price for for the students. It's only like 270 for the lunch almost everywhere here in Otaniemi. But of course, there are other places where the price is bigger and you can't use your student ID in order to eat for a lower price. Yeah, and also there are a lot of associations. You can be a part of whatever you want. There are a lot of activities going on the campus, and usually they are sponsored by the Aalto University, and lots of parties are amongst them. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Medina. Do you have something to add?
Well, yeah, regarding the food, you can also go to the, for example, other uni cafes, for example, from the University of Helsinki or Hagahelia, and your Fran cap will be still valid, and then you can have your lunch there with the discount. And as we've mentioned, earlier, like the student housing is like really student housing has really like reasonable price, and like compared to the private apartments, we have like much more like the cheaper option, but still the condition of the apartments are quite good. And what else we have? Yeah.
Public transport, maybe?
Oh yeah, for the transport, you can buy the season ticket, for example, for 1 month for the half price. So it's really good. Like for the usual, like for usual season ticket costs like 60 something euros, but for this with the student card, you can get it for 34 euros. So I think it's really good one, and then you can use it for bus and metro, tram, train, whatever. So it goes for all kinds of transportation. And yeah, even in those like the clothing items, some of those like the shops, they also accept like the student ID for the discounts. And then we have those like recycling centers, uh, like there's several of them in Vantaa, Helsinki, Espoo. Even like for example, you are like the new student and you want to get like the secondhand furniture or something, and those recycling centers, they also offer like 20% discount for the students. And yeah, basically like wherever you are, you can also ask just like to have like the student discount. And then most of the coffee shops, and then on campus like the shops, they all have student discount once you show your friend tab.
Okay, thank you. So now we can move forward to career opportunities. Students can explore different kind of work opportunities already during your studies. So the question for you, is it possible to combine studies with your work?
Probably I can start.
Yes, of course.
So yeah, I think it's totally possible to combine your work with your studies, but of course you should also keep in mind that the studies is the first priority, and whenever possible you should try to focus on your like the homework assignments and then like generally in studies. But like I'm working as a research assistant, and I'm a part of the Aalto squad. So but as a rule, if you are non-EU citizen, you can work only like the part-time during the semesters. But I mean, it's good because like I can work part-time, and then like the other half of the week I can focus on my studies. It started like as I started as a summer worker here. So yeah, during the summer I did like a research work here at Aalto. I worked like full-time during the summer, and then they just like I continued my like the writing my master thesis in the same research group. So if you want to gain some like the hands-on experience, you should consider applying to the summer job already starting from January probably. So those applications are open already by the end of December, and then January, February. And I think it's a huge opportunity for the both bachelor's and master's students to have some kind of experience in the like in their field of study, like as an intern, because that's how like everyone starts. And yeah, I think generally if you are doing your work in the same field, I guess it's more than possible, and it might be even more helpful for your studies, because like you are doing kind of the same thing in your like the group work and then during your work time. So I think yeah, it's quite possible, and Aalto tries to like support students if they want to like try to combine, because you can also be a teaching assistant. So you are like the assisting people to like, to help to do their assignments and everything. So
Okay, thank you. Demilia, do you work?
Yeah, I'm also part of Aalto squad. So this is my work at the moment. But yeah, I do pay a lot of attention to my studies rather than working. So I don't want to like overlap everything.
Yes,
This
understand.
is much more important.
Okay, so what kind of career opportunities are there? Sorry, my presentation. Okay, it's working now. What kind of career opportunities are there and how can you find out about these different career opportunities? Are there any fairs or webinars, seminars, anything?
Usually, there is there are going soon there are going to be some fairs where you can find the job or the summer job, uh, what you would like to have. For example, if your degree, if your studies are somehow connected to something that you want to, where you want to work, you can apply to those places there, as Marina said like before. Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, thank you, Medina. Would you like to add something?
So basically, once you start your studies, you can join to the like the associations of your major. For example, for chemical engineering students, we have a lot of different associations, like for example, for the metallurgy part or like the biomass refinery and everything. So besides of those like the student events like parties and everything, they also organize some excursions to the companies related to your field of study. So for example, they can show you like the how people, for example, in particular companies work, and then they have a lot of those workshops and like the webinars where people from those companies encourage like students from the Aalto or like different universities from the same study field to start their like early career in their companies. So I think it might be really helpful, because I think when you have like a lot of people like around you, like-minded people who are trying to find something similar, it's probably more easier to find something. And yeah, those like the guilds and associations, they try to provide with more information, especially during the when the application round for the summer work starts. They like sending those newsletters and then vacancies. And of course, like you can find anything from the everything from the LinkedIn, and like we have this Aalto job teaser.fi. So also there you can find a lot of information. And I guess yeah, if you want to try something from the like the research group or like as a teacher assistant, you can also just come up to the professor and show your interest, and then if it's possible, of course they will try to help or at least guide like for the better timing, or like or to the other research groups who might have like some vacancies for the like the upcoming time.
Okay, thank you for your detailed answer. Now we can talk more about student life. So what is the student life like here on Aalto? Are there any associations, volunteering events, sports events, or something like that available to you? Amelia?
Yeah, there are a lot of associations in Aalto. I'm not sure how much of them are here, but at least during the orientation week, there were like about more than 100 of them. So you can find whatever you want here, as well as every year you can apply for tutoring. And that's also a great opportunity to know a lot of people, to get to know a lot of activities that is going on during the whole year. Then if you have like, if you find your own hobby, you will find it 100%, because you can find whatever you want here. For example, there are like some dance classes and I don't know, like boxing clubs, or how it's called, like a lot of sport activities, as well as we have the sport club, or like the sports center. where the fee is only 100 euros or something per year, or as uh, as for the girls, for example, I'm about to go to the dance classes, which cost 8 euros per year. So it's like really
Really
cheap,
affordable.
really affordable, yeah, where you can go. And like don't think about the money much, but about the opportunities that student life gives.
Yes, and Martina, did we forget to tell something important about this topic?
I mean, like, student life in Finland is like really unique, I think. When I just came to Finland and when I saw those like the overalls and caps, I think I don't know, it feels so different, but it's so cool. And like, yeah, this picture is from the Vappu from this year. And I think like the student culture in Finland like consists of so different activities uh, mm, like the from the historical part they have this like the tekkari culture and everything. I think it makes you feel like really like the part of this community. And like for the student life, I think it's always like recommended to balance your studies with some like the student life activities. And for that, as Demilia said, we have a lot of like opportunities, and you can just join like the guilds and associations, or you can be part of the like the specific like the, for example, for the business students, they have a lot of those like the startup related communities. And I think in by joining those like the clubs and associations, you don't only like gain some more experience, but a lot of new people and new friends. And I think that's the best part of being student.
Okay, thank you. So what do you do on your free time?
Like
If
for
you
me,
have any right now?
yeah. For me, I just try to walk around, and then like I have I try to visit those like the museum exhibitions if there are something new. And yeah, generally I just like meet with my friends and then just like hang out with them. That's
Okay,
mainly.
thank you. And Amelia,
Yeah,
you,
the
do you have
same
some hobbies?
applies to me. The same applies to me. I also like when I have time, I would go to the city center or travel to different cities here in Finland. For example, 2 weeks ago, I visited Tampere, where I lived before. Yeah, so this is something like this.
Traveling and hanging out with your
Yeah,
friends, more or less.
yeah.
Okay, great. Then, so we can talk about Aalto community right now, because Aalto is home to a diverse and multidisciplinary community of students and staff. So, how you were welcomed to the community? Did you have any tutors, roommates help when you arrived to Finland? As different associations, guilds, anything you would like to share?
um I can start like when I just came to Finland, we had the orientation week. I think that's the like really important part when you just came to the new place. You have like the totally new people around you. And then yeah, we had like the tutors, and they tried to help with like literally everything, starting from like the picking up our keys from the HOAS or AYY from our apartment. And then like they showed us that like the student restaurants, and they like the campus. And then we had a lot of events where we had an opportunity to get to know our like the peers. So yeah, generally Aalto community is very welcoming. And I think this system that we have like the tutors, and they are also students, so we can just text them anytime and then ask like, hey, I have this problem, and then they try to solve it and at least recommend something. And I think it makes you feel that you are in a safe place.
Yeah, so was it easy to make friends here for you, Demilia, for example?
Okay. Yeah, well, my My experience was really interesting because I was a tutor this year, even though I just arrived this year. But I mean, it is really easy to get to know someone if you are open to new people. You just have to go to as many places as you can and just like try to chat with someone and try to find something similar what you have in common, like yeah, so
And would you say that Finns are difficult to get to know, both of you?
I would say that it takes time. It takes time because they're not open to everyone and not right away. So you have to be a friend with someone for quite a long time in order like to get to know that person better. Yeah.
Yeah, Marina,
that happened to me.
how it is for you?
I think it really depends on person, and yeah, like generally my like the group mates and then people around me, they were like open-minded and then quite easygoing. So I guess yeah, it probably depends on the person, but like generally I think it wasn't hard, at least.
Okay, good to hear that. I believe that many people are worried about joining the community here. So, what is like to be international student and Aalto? Did the reality face your expectations?
Yeah. I can start with this. Well, even though I lived here in Finland before, I had faced a lot of, not a lot, but like those bureaucratical stuff here in Finland. Because, well, first, when you are going to Finland, you have to apply to the accommodation. Otherwise, you would be like waiting for your place for a long time, or not like the price range what you wanted, for example. It would be more expensive or whatever. And then the other thing, when you arrive, you have to go and register yourself in DVV. It's like a address registration here in Finland. Without it, you can't do anything. Basically, you can't access anything here. You can't have your bank account here. You can't sign the documents online. You can't, I don't know, go and like see the doctor sometimes. Yeah, so it's you
Really a
can't
lot of
like have
work.
your tax card. It's really like and you have to wait for a long time in order to get the registration, for example, because in my case I'm still waiting and it's like 8 weeks waiting, something like this. Yeah, without it I can't do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it's kind of doable in a few months and it will turn out fine
yeah,
in the
yeah,
end. So
yeah,
I believe there is no need to worry. It's always
yeah, but yeah,
that way when you move
as
somewhere.
long as you are coming, you know that you are coming to Finland, you have to like get those stuff done immediately, like as soon as you can. Yeah, otherwise your life will be great.
And how about you, Marina?
I mean, like maybe it has some like the probably there was some alterations, because in my case those stuff that Emilia just said, it was quite quick. I had done all those stuff like within 1 month or something, so it was like around 4 weeks, but it was before pandemic, so I don't know, maybe there was some like differences, but like being an international student at Aalto, I think it's quite good, because like this is like the capital area, and especially in Otaniemi, everyone speaks English, and in that case, I guess for international student, it's quite easy to just to talk. And when you are, for example, it's your like the first week and you get lost or something, you can also ask like just the random people, and they are quite kind, and then like and the main thing is everyone speaks English again. So I think when you just like when you are like a new person, language barrier might be a bit hard, but like yeah, especially in Otaniemi, we don't really have this. So I think that's the best thing.
Mhm. Yes, that is my next question all about. Is it possible to survive without knowing any Finnish?
I mean, like for me, I guess it is possible. Of course, it is possible, but like it depends on your preferences and priorities. If you are going to work somewhere in Finland, I think Finnish will be very good plus if you know it, but like it also depends on your field of like the work. So it's if it's like something that customer service or something when you like should interact with other people, of course you should know Finnish and everything. But for engineers or like the IT sphere, probably without Finnish it can be quite okay even working.
Mhm.
But like as I said, in capital area, it's yeah, it's more than possible to live without Finnish. Like because like for me, I don't speak any Finnish. I mean, like I speak only like the basics, but still, I'm living already like my starting my third year of
Mhm.
bachelor's, and then yeah, I'm here. I'm still alive, so everything is okay.
Yeah, so do you have any opportunities to learn Finnish during your studies? Amelia said that she's like taking course in Finnish 4.
Yeah, it is like you can take the Finnish as your electives or as your mandatory in my case, some kind of a way, not the mandatory, but like you can take those language courses. So you can survive without Finnish, but it was learning. That's why I'm doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's a great advantage then in the future if you're staying in Finland.
Yes, to learn some Finnish. Okay, I think we are done with these questions for today. Now it's time for Q&A section. So we will go through the questions the participants sent in our chat. And we can start with the first question for today. And that is, can you guys elaborate? For someone from Finland, how different are English studies compared to Finnish ones?
Okay.
If you
Well,
are familiar with that because you're both internationals.
yeah, both of us are studying in English, but I mean, if I think mostly they're not so different. It's like
Like
the basis, like the Finnish studies.
Like in my case, it's a bit different. For example, for chemical engineering, for in the like the if you study chemical engineering in Finnish, you have quite different curriculum because like I know that for chemical engineering in English we have a lot of programming, but in chemical engineering in Finnish they have only one programming course or something. So there's also this like the course differences, and the content itself is quite different. And also in chemical engineering in Finnish they have this opportunity to choose their major. So even during the bachelor's they like already can choose their path, so it might be more about the biotechnology or more about the process engineering. But in chemical engineering in English we have already like fixed major courses, so that might be the difference.
Okay, thank you. I think this is a good answer. So next question is it mandatory to know Finnish or Swedish language to study in Aalto? Is it possible to live in Finland without learning this language?
Yeah.
Yes. For your
Okay.
response, Martina, do you
Okay.
feel?
Okay, so for the bachelor's degree, you should take, there is like language requirements. So you should take at least Finnish 1 during your bachelor studies. So it's like a compulsory thing, but Finnish 1 is very basic stuff. So yeah, everyone can learn it. And of course, it's even better for you to at least for like the grocery shopping and everything. But generally you don't have to know Finnish or Swedish to study here at Aalto. It's only one requirement within the curriculum, but generally to study everything is in English, and every instruction and then like support from the assistant, everything will be in English, so you don't have to know it. It's just it will be even like just better for you if you know it, but if you don't know it, it's not something like it's not a disaster.
Yeah, okay. Emilia, would you like to add something?
Yeah,
You
so
agree?
Swedish is not mandatory if you're not a Finnish citizen. And Finnish is like one course is mandatory during the bachelor degree. And yeah, that's all.
Yeah, thank you. So the next question is, are you graded more by the results, completion of projects, or by written exams?
Well, that depends on the course. Sometimes the exam would weight 50%, sometimes 70%, sometimes 80%, as well as the exercises and homework would be like different weight. And overall, like when everything is accumulated, the final grade would be given to you. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
good
that's
with
more or
everything.
less answer to this question. Yeah, it's good. Nadina, would you like to add something like about grading?
Well, yeah, as the Millie said, it depends on the course. I had courses that weight like exam was that the 100% evaluation grade, or I had courses when like for example for math courses they have this fixed like 40% of the assignment and 60% of the exam. I guess it works for all math related courses. And for the major courses, we have the laboratory work, we have assignments, we have like projects within the team, and then the exam. So yeah, during the first lecture they will all just like explain how it works, especially about the evaluation, so don't worry about it.
Okay, the next question is, do you guys know what it's like to study a bachelor's degree in quantum technology?
Okay.
Only if you are familiar with it. If you don't,
I have a
you might
friend
not.
who is studying there, and basically there are programming courses, physics courses, and I mean, I took one course with the students from quantum technology, right?
Yes.
So we were doing the group work together. As I remember correctly, the course was called Industrial Engineering. So this is what probably all science students are taking during the bachelor's degree. Yeah.
Yeah, Medina,
That's
do
all I
you know
know.
something else about it?
So quantum technology, like as far as I know, all science and technology students during the first year, they have quite similar like curriculum. So we all share those like the courses, like the mathematics courses are mandatory for all engineering students, and then the programming courses, and then one course is, as Emily said, the industrial engineering and management. And yeah, so for the first year, more or less we have the same curriculum, but if you want to check like the exact courses and then their descriptions, you can also go to the aalto.into.fi. So yeah, you can just go there and then check the curriculum, and then if you click to the course, of course you can just like see the description and everything. I think it will give you more information.
Okay, thank you for your answers. The next question is, does everyone get overalls?
Okay, there is the possibility to purchase the overall, but that's on your own will. If you want to purchase, you can purchase it. If you don't want, you can like don't buy it. Yeah, but it's really good to have it, because when you go partying and like with your guild, everyone would see that you're from that guild, and that's a really good experience overall with overalls. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So everyone do get them. So next question is, how hard is to connect with the local students as international student and not knowing Finnish? We kind of already answered to this one, but it's always good to tell once more. How was your experience?
Well, it really depends. For example, in my degree program, we still have Finnish people who who decided to study in English, even though they are they finish high school and everything. But yeah, it might be a bit hard because we are we have totally different lectures and everything, because they have everything in Finnish and for us it's in English. But as we've mentioned, when you join to the guilds and associations, all people from the Swedish speaking, Finnish speaking, English speaking, all of them are together, and then we all have the same events, the same parties, and then the same all of those the get-togethers. So probably that's the best place to get to know your peers from the other the same major but with the other language.
Okay, thank you. Next question says, what resources are there for help with understanding the course material other than the professors and classmates?
Yeah, in this case, we have the exercise sessions where you can ask for the help from the teaching assistants. Yeah, and that's probably everything here. With math courses, there's usually the whole probably platform where you can ask for the question. I think it was offline before, but then when pandemic started, it went to online. And always also ask for the help from the teaching assistant, as well as the exercise sessions, during the exercise sessions.
Medina, are you familiar with something else apart from exercise sessions? I
Oh,
mean, is there a need actually for this kind of help apart from professors and maybe assistant?
I don't know. It depends. For example, yeah, as Demili said, we had this Laskutuppa for the math courses. It was on campus before the pandemic, but I don't know how it goes now. So it's just some teaching assistants are in one room, and then you can just come by and then ask several questions, and then yeah, you can get the guidance. But I mean, I usually myself I use just some academic papers or YouTube if I need extra help besides from the professors and teaching assistant. I guess that's it.
Okay, thank you. And I think this is the last question. What kind of career opportunities are there for students studying digital systems and designs?
Can you please repeat?
Okay. What kind of career opportunities are there for students studying digital systems and designs? If you're familiar with that, of course.
You can go work as the manager. I mean, there are quite a lot of them, and they're all connected to the data of the digital systems, as well as the managing the people, because our major is quite multidisciplinary. We have a lot of different courses. Also, with this major, you can go and be like a coder or someone like that. You can work in big industries where the digitalization is kind of the main part of the work. Yeah, basically, this is what it is. I mean, there are a lot of opportunities with my major, as you can go except for the design, because like design is something that you would apply with your, for example, digitalization, the systems, and the programming, for example, like the design would be like something connected to the thing, not like the design, but more for the designing the web pages, for example, or something like this.
Okay,
It's
Martina.
mostly the electronics.
Do you know something else? Sorry if I interrupted you.
No, I guess Damilia knows about this more than me. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess that's it. I cannot really add anything.
Okay, I think these are all the questions for today. They were also some admission related questions and really specific questions about different programs. Our students cannot answer you these questions. So you can always contact the Aalto admissions or apply for the webinar that will be held on Friday, which is tomorrow. So you can ask these really specific questions. So what is next? Well, be in contact with us and remember to apply to Aalto University. And if you have more questions regarding the admissions and applying, as I said, join the webinar this Friday or send an email to admissions@aalto.fi. If you have more questions about student life or personal experiences of our students, you can always chat with the Aalto squad. The Milica and Medina are both available there, so you can chat with them on Unibuddy. Really soon we will have these coffee with the squad sessions, and in order to find them, be sure that you are following the latest news, upcoming events, and useful links, and check the aalto.fi/studies for more information. And I want to thank you all for participating in this webinar. We are apologizing once more for the inconvenience from today regarding the schedules. I would really like to thank my panelists, Damilia and Madina, for today's conversation. And I hope to see you on campus during next academic year. That's all for today, and goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.